I am Batman. I mean, average sniper.
What's up, guys? Average Sniper here. How are you guys doing today? I am doing very well, considering how busy of a day it was, and I felt like I just put a video together. I didn't get a chance to make any videos over the weekend, so it's actually been quite a while, maybe 4 days since my last upload, and just figured it was time to give you guys some good old Battlefield 1 sniper gameplay, because I have been uploading some pilot clips. But anyway, let's get to the point here. M1903 sniper rifle, a gun I've rarely used, and the 10 times scope, a scope that I hardly ever use, and I just went ham on these guys with it. So I wanted to share this experience with you guys and kind of give you a little insight on how I like to snipe when I'm sniping from far away, and how I like the 10 times scope, because I honestly had almost never used it before this match. But what I'm doing here is I'm playing Operations on Oil of Empires, Sinai Desert. Now, if any of you guys are familiar with Operations, you know this is probably the sniper's paradise right here because of the type of maps that come up, the long ranges of sight, and pretty much everybody likes to snipe. And in this map, I found it was about half and half. You had about half the guys trying to capture the objective and about half the other guys out there sniping. So this provided some pretty awesome gameplay in defending the objectives. And yes, I'm on the defending team, so my only goal is to stop these guys from getting to our last objective. It's almost impossible to stop the advancing team if they're aggressive from taking some of the sectors. I keep saying objectives, but I really mean to say sectors. It's almost impossible to keep an aggressive team from doing that. But you can, if you're good enough at defense, you can really make a final stand at your last objective. I've noticed that the last sectors seem to be really hard to take if you're attacking and fairly easy to defend. So it's not uncommon for the enemy team to advance across all the sectors and get completely stuck at the final one. And that's kind of what happened here. These guys were very aggressive. I was sniping them like crazy, but they just kept coming. Like, I don't know. They just kept coming. It was non-stop. But it made for some great sniping gameplay. So the M1903 sniper rifle is designed for longer ranges. Now, first, if you're coming from a previous Battlefield, long range isn't the same in Battlefield 1 as it is in Battlefield 4. So in Battlefield 4, long range probably would have been considered maybe 500 meters and further out. It was pretty common to see people upload clips of getting 1,000+ meter headshots. Not saying it was easy, but if you knew a guy was exactly 1,000 meters away and he wasn't moving, all you had to do was adjust your scope zero out to 1,000 meters and pull the trigger directly on his head, you get the kill. So that kind of redefines long range, because in this game, the bullet drop is heavier, the muzzle velocity is increased, so the physics are a little different, and you also cannot zero your scope on any sniper rifle past 300 meters. Will they change that later on? I don't know. As over the years, Battlefield or DICE has changed a lot of things about Battlefield 4, so maybe they will, maybe they won't. But I actually consider long range in Battlefield 1 to be about 250 meters away and out. Any closer than that is probably medium to close range. And this is just my personal opinion. You guys might have other personal opinions, so don't hate me just because my opinion is different than yours. This is just how I play. So for me, most of the sniping that I'm doing on this map is long range. Well, not that guy. He was literally right in front of me. But most of these guys are around 200 meters away. You can see from these headshots I'm getting, they're between 190 and a little over 200 meters away. By the way, if you're new to this game and you get a headshot, it will tell you how far away the enemy was that you hit. If you get a body shot and it still kills them, it will not tell you how far away the enemy was. Alright, so the 10 times scope on the M1903 seems like a perfect combination if you're playing the way you should play, which means you're playing anywhere between, I would say, 150 meters and out. The perfect range, well, anywhere between 100 meters and out. The perfect range would be between 100 and 150 meters, which is where the sweet spot, aka one-shot chest kill feature kicks in on this gun. All the sniper rifles in this game have a sweet spot, except for the Gewehr M95. And the different sweet spots, you know, vary based on distance, but the M1903 has the longest range sweet spot. So if you've been staying about 200 meters away or 150 meters away or further out, and you've been using a gun like the Gewehr 98 or the Russian 1895 or the SMLE Marksman or the Martini Henry, well, that's just not the gun for you. So what you need to do is you need to buff up that scope. Well, first you need to change your gun. So switch to the M1903 sniper rifle. Bam, 297 meters right there. Switch to the M1903 sniper rifle. Put the 10 times scope on. I mean, you could put a different scope on if you want, but I've just found that for longer range, obviously, the bigger scopes seem to be the way to go. You can be way more accurate. You can see those heads much better. And honestly, if you're playing operations, you're going to run into, well, actually, regardless what game mode you're going to play, but especially in operations, you're going to run into a lot of snipers who are going to go prone, which means they're going to be laying on the ground using their bipods, and they are incredibly easy to pick off. Now, I'm not saying they're not good. There's plenty of guys that go prone that are really good at the game. But if you see them and they don't see you, it is going to be really easy to take their head off if you know how far away they are. Now, the 10 times scope can be a little tricky if you're not used to longer range sniping, because you have to think they're magnified a little more than they normally are. So they might appear closer than they actually are. So you might actually have to aim over their heads a little more and lead your target a little more. Yeah, I know you've probably seen a couple of the shots in this game I've taken at people where I've aimed over their heads. Now, if you're a Battlefield veteran, you already know that's just because of bullet drop. That's what you have to do. But if you're new to Battlefield, you have to understand that as your bullet travels, gravity pulls it down. So if the enemy is really far away, you have to aim over their heads. If they're moving, you have to aim over their heads and lead them in the direction they're moving, like right there. See how I'm aiming in front of the guy and then shooting the bullet. And you can see the bullet catch up with him as he runs and meet him right in the center. Now, I could have done a better job at aiming at that guy's head, but I really just wanted to get the kill, and I wasn't trying to be too accurate. I go for headshots when I need to, like right here. If the guy's far away, he's not moving, I go for the headshots. If the guy is closer to me and he's moving, I take whatever shot I can get within the time frame that I have. There's some people out there that can beast the headshots like no problem. And while I do get my fair amount of headshots, I will basically take whatever I can get. If the enemy's about to get away and I'm going to miss him because I have to take my time to line up a headshot, I'm going to go for a chest or a center body hit. You know, maybe they're already wounded. Maybe I'm within the sweet spot. Maybe I'll get that kill. But basically, I would say always go for headshots unless it's just not a possibility. If you're going to miss the target because they're moving strange, or if they're about to run behind a wall, you know, just take the shot as fast as you can. Do as much damage to them as you can. Even if you don't get the kill, you'll probably get the assist that counts as kill. And I just missed out on a double headshot collateral right there. I was so mad about that. I was so mad. Well, guys, this gameplay has just a couple minutes left. So I hope this was helpful, talking about the M1903 and the longer range sniping. You can check out some of the other videos on my channel for more information. I have videos on sensitivity, on settings for PC and console. I have videos documenting the different sniper rifles, the best sniper rifle, basically sniping tips for beginners. So if you've enjoyed the content and you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. Check out the other videos on my channel. I just had to get that little speech out of the way. For everybody who is currently subscribed, I am going to start live streaming soon. I've got my setup almost complete, and it's coming together very nicely. Now I just have to come up with a live streaming schedule, so don't be surprised if you see me live streaming sometime soon. Now, here's one thing you need to know. If you're interested in watching the live stream, I do not live stream on Twitch. I live stream on YouTube. Yeah, I know it's weird, and I'm crazy, but I just prefer live streaming on YouTube. I don't live stream that much, so when I do, I like it to be nice and simple, and I'm just used to the way YouTube is set up. So that's how I'm going to be doing it. So you should, if you're subscribed to my channel and you get notifications, you should technically get a notification when I start streaming. But we all know the YouTube notification system is kind of crap most of the time, and half the time a new video gets uploaded, I don't even get a notification for my subscriptions. So I hope that you guys get notified of streaming, because I haven't come up with a schedule yet. And I hope you stop by and watch it. Well, guys, Battlefield 1 has been an incredible trip so far. It's only been out for, what, 2.5 months now, and I have been loving every minute of it. So if you haven't got Battlefield 1 yet, or you're undecided about it, here's what you have to basically tell yourself. If you're into if you like shooters, then this is a must-have game. Yeah, a must-have game. It is just amazing. So, and nobody's paying me to say that. Nobody's paying me to say that. I'm literally saying that because this is one of the best games I have had the pleasure of playing. As a sniper, I just love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave me a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you haven't. Later.